they've either won in life so that they can afford that high ticket purchase, or they've won that product because they've got the cash and they're going to go show everybody.
Ryan, quick tip when it comes to closing, let's say, high ticket, high end real estate, right?
Yeah.
What's the difference between closing high end real estate versus like a simple, smaller deal? Like, what's the difference in terms of closing skill?
I mean, I've only ever really sold real estate, but I think for me, the difference between selling high real estate and low real estate, or selling high ticket items and low ticket items, is that on the low ticket items, it's about the money, and on the high ticket items, it's about the relationship to the money.
Money meaning like the price.
Yeah, about the price. Well, yeah, the price, the price for the product, or the price of money that they're going to lose.
Yes.
Right. It's about the dollar. You know, if someone's buying something for $10, $200, or they're buying a house for $500,000 versus $10 million, it's really about the money. You're negotiating with their wallet. You're negotiating with their mortgage. You're negotiating with their ability to afford it.
So you're saying they can nickel and dime you a bit, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's what it comes down to, because it's, especially for a low ticket item, for kind of anybody, it's really just about kind of, is it a want or is it a need? And it's about that dollar, right? Yeah. The high ticket item for someone's, let's say, their first real estate purchase or their 10th real estate purchase, and it's something massive, the money they've kind of already figured out. So it really comes down to like how they feel about the cash that they're about to spend. If they're willing to take a loss on the product because it's going to be so expensive, what are their feelings about
more emotional?
That home? Yeah, exactly. So you're negotiating with their emotions, which for me, the reason I've really tried to build my real estate team and focus around selling high-end real estate is because it is really hard to negotiate with someone's wallet.
Yes.
Like, I can't change how much money you have in your pocket.
Correct.
Right? I can't change what you can get approved for on a loan, but I can negotiate with your feelings all day long.
Correct.
I can make you want something so much you feel like it's a need.
Correct.
Right? And like, how do you turn a want into a need is really how you convince someone to spend more money on something that they might not otherwise want. Like right now, literally, you have a show called Boss in the Bentley, right? Which we are renaming to Bosses in the Bentley. We're in a Bentley, right? That is a high ticket item if I've ever heard of one. Like if someone saw a Bentley go by, they're like, wow, that's expensive. Like how you get someone to believe in the fact that they need this car instead of just wanting it.
And nobody needs it. Like,
no one needs this.
No one needs it.
Yeah, man. We could take a taxi. You could do Boss in the taxi.
Boss in the taxi. Boss on an Uber. How's that?
Yeah, well, no Uber in Vancouver.
No Uber. Not yet. Not soon though.
Not yet. Boss in the taxi.
Yes.
Maybe that's that. If someone's watching this right now and you're like, man, I can't do what Dan Locke does.
Boss on a bike.
Yeah, boss on the bike.
Boss on a bicycle.
Yeah, do the tandem bike with two seats.
On a bicycle pro right in front.
Yeah. Just do a bunch of GoPros, right?
That's right.
Boss on the bike, just answering questions. Maybe you might get sideswiped by a taxi or by Dan's Bentley here and there, and that'll make for great content.
That video would go viral. That video would go viral.
Yeah, just answering questions on your bike.
On your bike. Yeah. No, but seriously, because one thing people believe in is this. They thought if in order, let's say you sell something for this much money versus that much money, they think it's going to take 2, 3, 5 times more effort.
Yeah.
Because of 2, 3, 5 times price point. Yeah. I find that that's actually not the case.
No.
In some cases, it's actually easier to sell something to sell at 10 times the price. Like I'm sure you closed a $10 million deal versus $1 million deal.
Yeah.
The $1 million deal versus $10 million deal. The $10 million deal didn't take 10 times more time, right?
Honestly, the smaller the deal, the more time. Right? Because you're dealing with somebody who, like I said, is really concerned about the money.
And they can't make the decisions.
Yeah, and it's the transaction ends up taking longer because there's just so much more that goes into it. For the bigger ticket items, you're negotiating with their emotions, which might take more time during the negotiation because they're going to drag it out. Then they're going to go on vacation. They're going to think about it for a week, right? They've got egos involved. If anyone's spending a lot of money, whether it's on a Bentley, a hot tub.
Status.
It's about their ego, their status, how they feel about spending that money, and how they feel about winning, right? Like even if it's like they've either won in life so that they can afford that high ticket purchase, or they've won that product because they've got the cash and they're going to go show everybody, right? It's like why you get a car like this. Like when you drive down the street, Georgia Street in Vancouver, you're making a statement. You could have driven a Hyundai but you didn't, right?
Yes.
You went
true.
the extra mile and you got the
true.
Bentley because you're making a statement. And so like the ego's involved, it's that kind
Status
of statement
is involved,
purchase.
yes.
Yeah.
Pride's involved,
Yeah.
right? Do you find that once they make the decision though, it's easy for them to pull the trigger?
Yeah, once they make the decision, then it's just about just kind of closing the transaction, for the most part. Like there are always going to be people who are really, really slow and difficult at the high end. Same way there's going to be super easy people at the low end who just, I'll buy it because I need it. You know, like it's fine.
How do you train your comfort? Like when you first close your big deal, you must be nervous too, right?
Yeah, of course.
Like ooh, that's a lot of money. Like the commission, like this home, and you're dealing with like affluent people. How do you train yourself to get comfortable with that?
Honestly, you try to check your ego at the door, and you try to check any fear you have at the door, and you just try to be the client's friend. Like I'm just with you. I'm focused on the client and focus on the client and focus on the confidence, right? Like the 2 C's, the client and confidence. Like you put everything with them. You have great customer service. Do whatever they need, but then have confidence in the fact that you know what you're doing. Like there's a great quote that I love. With Tiger Woods, I think when he was playing in his first Masters or something like that, like he was going to lose it, but he had to make one final putt.
Yes.
Right, and everything was down to that final putt.
Focus.
Okay, and he made it, and he won. It was huge, and it was it was an extra $5 million, I think, in the purse. If he made that one putt.
That's one expensive putt right there.
Right, exactly. And so they asked him, they're like, man, how did you stay calm? How were you not nervous? How did you make that putt? And he said, I played like I already had the money in my pocket.
Oh, I love that.
So like when I meet with big clients, even when I first started off,
assumptive close.
Yeah, I went into the negotiation, but the deal was already done. Think about it like dating. Like the first date, you're nervous. What are they gonna look like? Are they gonna like me? Maybe they won't like my breath. Maybe they won't like, you're nervous.
My tie, my hair.
But the second date, you're relaxed.
Yes.
Like you went through all that stuff. So go on all your first dates and assume that they're the second date. Right? Be relaxed, be confident. And I know it's much easier said than done, but just mentally prepare. Like sit in the car, listen to Jay-Z, listen to music, something, meditate, go wherever you need to go and get to a point where you're going in there like you already have it in the bag. Like that, dealing with high-end clients, dealing with dating, like it's all the same thing, right? It's that confidence level, but it's also, you gotta, like I said, check the ego at the door. Stay calm.
So we're talking about
collected.
confidence, not arrogance. We're going in with the certainty, the conviction that, okay, it's a done deal.
Yeah.
I love it.
Like you already have it. Like when you go to a closing, you're not nervous because you know it's just transferring checks.
And when you train enough, you have enough practice. You're just doing what you do, right?
Exactly.
Awesome. Make sure click the link below and follow Ryan's channel. Awesome YouTube channel. Lots of good stuff. Not just on real estate, just on how to be a high performance person, how to be a happy person.
Yeah, man.
Right?
Yeah,
Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Boss in the Bentley.
Boss in the Bentley. Boss is on the bike.